Let's have some truth, shall we? Rhonda Marsh, a government person, lied on this protective order, and I'm going to let you hear everything.
Now I want to read this court order over again, order of protection, to you because you can hardly see it. I'm the defendant. I have been accused of stalking. And it has my residence that's alive. And I sit at Pizza Hut, whatever. Court finds additional findings of this order that the respondent be restrained from committing further acts of abuse, threats, or abuse, or stalking, or sexual abuse.
Doesn't say posting.
Are you kidding me? That the respondent be restrained from any unauthorized contact from petitioners. I can't stand the sight of her. Why would I want to be around her? Additional terms of this order are set below.
I didn't see any additional.
See attached summons, whatever. I don't see anything additional. It is further ordered that I be restrained from any contact or communication. Hey, it works for me. Can I get one for her? That the respondent restrain and stay away from her 500 feet from her except court proceedings. You mean I have to look at her? Yikes. That the respondent be restrained from disposing or damaging any property of the parties. We have no property. That's stupid. And my personal videos belong to me, and the ones that are loaded on other sites have already become the personal property of the site. Just like when you download your photos to Facebook, it becomes the property of Facebook. So if she wants to go and sue all the other sites and hunt down all the people that own them, let her have at it. In order to assist from eliminating future acts of domestic violence, stalking, sexual assault, the respondent shall possess a firearm. It should say shall not possess. Whatever. A pencil is a weapon. Violation of this order shall constitute contempt of this court and may result in criminal charges. Any peace officer shall arrest the respondent without a warrant upon probable cause that the violation of this order has occurred. Only the court may modify this order. The petitioner or respondent may move to amend this order. Really. So if this person, which we all know she lies, it's very evident, wants to lie on me, I can be arrested. Well, I'm scared. Now this reads, she first encountered me at a church because I'm a coordinator of community services for Union County. Our pastor requested I go and speak with me.
Now, I don't really hardly believe that, because I told the pastor's wife that I didn't want to have anything to do with government.
Had signs asking for help. Yes, I had a sign on my window saying food or cash. I didn't call for her to come down there. It said she offered counseling. No, it's recorded. Go listen. She advised she could help with housing and food. Well, she did say she had a food pantry. I told her she could not help with housing. I explained that. It's on the video. Says I was receptive. Yeah, I was receptive. I'm going to find out what kind of crap she was going to do. And then it says, toward finding housing, she rejected the traditional options, housing, authority, and shelters. No, that's a lie. I didn't reject it. I told her, and it's recorded, that I don't qualify. She wanted a building. Yes, I don't need a trailer because I have a wheelchair. I need some kind of flat surface. We thought we had temporary shelter set up. The owner changed her mind. Well, you're going to hear the owner did not change her mind. She didn't own it. And this is when she began a series of attacks on my character. No, it wasn't no attacks on her character. I posted videos of me and her talking. She stormed out of the office that day. Yes, I did. And began posting on YouTube. Yes, I did. I let everybody know what she's about. I stormed out in my wheelchair. She came out and she said, "Did she tell you about the taxes?" And I said, "You've been wasting my time. Don't bother me." So some of this is true, some of it ain't. And then I get part of a paper that says I'm saying I misled her about housing and how I am an antichrist. I had ignored the first 4 or 5 videos.
No, she didn't ignore it.
Where she said I should.
She didn't ignore it. She couldn't do nothing with it because it wasn't slander or libel.
Be hung and fired. I don't know about the hung. I did say she should be fired. However, I cannot ignore this most recent posting, as my clientele are now calling and coming and asking me, have I seen the videos? Well, the clientele needs to run. Yes, I state this person is a bully. And I state she is a drug addict. She is trying to tell people that's on drugs to get off drugs, but they don't realize she's on medications which are drugs. She's on nicotine, which is drug. So she is a drug addict telling drug addicts to get off drugs. That is the kettle calling the pot black. Many of the clientele I have past and present drug issues, and I find it very dangerous for her to label me a drug addict. Very dangerous for me. She is a drug addict. She's trying to label me as mentally ill. So this kind of sounds like a threat. I find it very dangerous for her to label me a drug addict. That's a threat. Oh my goodness, and it's in writing. I have tried to report the videos to YouTube to no avail. She considers this a defamation of character. No, it's the truth of her. Now the other videos she tried to ignore. She can't ignore it. It's true. Period. And YouTube has very strict community standards. If I was harassing or threatening in my videos, YouTube would delete them.
Now listen to my evidence.
YouTube's community.
Now she says we met at a church. No, we didn't.
Okay, here's an update on this temporary EPO. They're very tricky. Now, if you've done all the videos on this person, you already know this person lies. This person is good at it, and that's why she hadn't been exposed until now. Now, this person could not charge me with slander or libel. She was looking for something to get me with, right? She was looking for something. Now, this person also did a comment on one of my videos that I was mentally ill and needed help and yada yada yada. This is after I told her on a video, don't bother me. Okay? So she can harass because she's government. She's protected by the No Fear Act. That's why that act was created. So they don't have to fear you. They can do anything they want to you, but you can't do nothing back to them. Now, anybody can lie and get an EPO on you. That's right. And when you have a TEPO or an EPO, you cannot possess a firearm. Okay? Are you getting this? So, she lied on this EPO, and I'm going to let you hear this. Now, aren't you supposed to swear to the best of your knowledge when you do something like this? Yeah. Well, the first thing she lies is saying I'm stalking her. I don't stalk. I stay away from bullies. Period. Now, she lives in Morganfield, I believe, and I'm 15, 20 miles away from her. Now, if I'm sitting somewhere and she drives by several times, she's stalking me. Yeah, I actually have a video of that I think a friend of mine is going to put on her site at some point. So, I want to show you that this person on this that did this TPO on me is an habitual liar.
My opinion. Look.
That's my opinion. Listen close. Now, the first thing she says is that we met at church. I'm going to replay this for you where I'm sitting on the side of the road. She pulls over and says, well, she introduces herself and then she says, so you won't let me house you? Whatever. Listen. 2017, I was sitting on the side of the road in my truck, begging for food, cash, and whatever I can get.
This is on tricky number 1.
Stopped by and invited me down to her church, and they were having dinner. So we chit-chatted, and another lady come up, and this government lady, as nice as she seems to be, mentioned a person's name. The government person is a friend of Jacqueline's, and my information is that Jacqueline was smart, and she kicked him to the curb. Yay for her. But bullies usually stick together on some level. So I don't trust this lady. After all, she is government, right? Well, she tells me that she can get me an apartment. And I explain to her that she can't. And then she says, well, she'll get me an abandoned trailer in a place called Meadows. I'm going to edit this for time. So, I first met her on the side of the road, not at a church. So she lied. That's lie number 1. No, it's lie number 2 because I never stalked her. Then she says, a lady changed her mind about letting me stay in her place. No, Gail didn't own it. Now, the first clip you heard was on Tricky 1. Now you're going to hear that the person didn't change her mind. She didn't own it to start with. Her husband's family owns it. Listen. The first clip you heard was from Tricky Part 1, and this is Tricky Part 2, I think. Evil Conspiracy. Anyway, you heard the woman say that her husband's family owns it. She didn't own it to start with. So there's another lie on the EPO. The woman didn't change her mind. The woman did not own it. Now, this isn't on the EPO, but I want to show to you that she just can't stop lying. She tells me that Mike is, listen for yourself. Houses, best deal. He said something about they probably wouldn't let you have $6,400 to weatherize it. Just got to do that one more room. What did Mike say? He's going to go out and see if he can clean up a building up here that he owns. And see if I don't give a damn if they want you up here or not. I go and talk to Mike, and he said she's still looking. On the EPO, it says she had temporary housing set up. No, she didn't. Okay? She was trying to get the funds up to clean it and all kinds of talk. Listen to this. Now, I want to go back to where she's trying to convince me I'm paranoid. Okay? That's defamation of my character. Telling me online that I'm mentally ill and I need help, and I'm paranoid schizophrenic. She's not a doctor, and I wouldn't trust a doctor either because they're medicated. Listen to this. You know, the medicines made me nuts. I don't think you're nuts, but I do think you're paranoid. I'm just going to keep telling you that because that's what I think. You can say it make you a bad person. No. Because that's what she thinks. That's her opinion. Well, I don't care what she thinks. I'm not paranoid. I've showed you that.
Now look, I want you to read this again. Okay? Many of the clientele I serve have post and past and present drug issues, and I find it very dangerous for her to label me a drug addict. That sounds like a threat. That's what she writes. Very dangerous for her to label me a drug addict. But she can label other people.
Now, we'll move on. We're going to work on the place. Okay. I'm going to go down there and get the address. I mean, that one room, it's not really so good. I would maybe it's your like that.
Now, she let me waste my time, my money, and my gas on a house that she knew, I believe, wasn't going to happen because Gail did not own it.
There was nothing done to it. She said she had to get donations of plastic and whatever. So, the EPO that says temporary housing was set up, that's another lie. Okay? Nothing was done to that house. I went to get permission from Gail before anything was done to it. So that's another lie on the EPO. On the EPO, it says that she offered me housing and shelter. Well, I can't get public housing because with all public housing, you have to have income. Shelters, you have to be able to work. They're not equipped for handicapped. And if you've done all my videos, there's other strings attached. I am just fine and safe with what I've got. So far, she has lied. It's very clear on this TPO. She says on here that I changed my mind about her helping me. No, what the deal was is I perceived she was playing and lying, so I told her not to bother me because she had been wasting my time. Period. That's what they do. Now, she says on this TPO that her clientele are upset or something and that it was dangerous for me. Well, that kind of sounds like a threat from her. It kind of sounds like she's going to get her clientele to get me. Oh, I'm so scared. Okay? My advice for this person's clientele is to get away from her and get off the meds and handle your own problems.
Now wait, it says, I find it very dangerous for her to label me a drug addict. That is a threat from her, period.
So you see, this TEPO is just a ploy, a lie, to get me to remove my bully videos about my bully encounters, my personal videos about my video encounters, which she is one that is totally exposed. Totally. And the good people in Union County know it. Now, I called to see what a TPO is about. Listen to this. Yes, ma'am. Who's the judge of circuit court on January the 3rd?
That will be Judge Rogers.
Okay. Well, I got served with an EPO. Will I have court costs?
No, not normally in the EPOs.
Okay. What usually happens with that?
Well, both parties are summoned in, and the judge will hear both sides of the case, and then she'll make a ruling on whether it's going to be turned from an emergency protective order into a domestic violence order that would last for a longer period of time.
Well, maybe you could tell me. What happened is whether it will be turned into a domestic violence. Are you kidding me? I haven't had any contact with this woman whatsoever. None. Period. Now, there's two possible, let me throw one possible scenario at you. If I don't comply with her and delete my videos, she keeps the TPO order on me.
Well, either way, this is how it works. She can lie and tell a police officer I did this and I get arrested. Or I delete it and she can lie and tell him and I get arrested. So, I'm not removing my videos of her. And I believe since my videos are already on YouTube, I believe they own it.
Lies. Okay? In other videos, I have showed you that, you have seen that, you have heard that. Period. But if I delete the videos and they drop the TPEO.
Read the motion for relief. Okay? Hold on. Motion for relief is to restrain respondent from remarks on a public website, YouTube. That means I cannot, she wants them to stop me from remarking on my website and to stop me from posting YouTubes about everyone in the county. Well, that's my freedom, First Amendment right. And there are other people that can post my YouTubes, I'm sure. So what she wants to do is to protect the future bullies. Motion for relief. Stop her from putting YouTubes about everyone in the county. Well, I don't post about everyone in the county. It's about the bullies. So she wants the judge to protect the bullies. And that's just the truth. Well, if Judge Rogers has green or black eyes, I imagine she'll get her way. But contingencies for that were made months ago. And that's what's going on, folks. Get off the meds, because you're next.